for this piece of chicken right here. It looks like it came out of a pigeon. It's just ridiculous. All right, guys, welcome back to another video. I just got out of work. I've been very busy these last couple days, but I decided to come today to Popeye's Chicken here locally. It's probably about 5 minutes away, or probably even less from where I work at. I decided to come here to check out the food, the quality of the customer service, and so forth of this Popeyes here locally. I don't think I've ever been to a Popeyes before. Maybe I have, maybe a decade ago. I can't remember the last time I've actually been to these fast food restaurants. The reason is because I'm not a proponent of eating this type of food, but for purposes of this video, I decided to go and test it out. The food was delivered very fast. I was taking the order, and I wasn't even done actually paying for my order with Popeyes, and they already had the food ready for me. So that's a good sign. The fact that these people are getting paid at least $20 an hour, which is pretty high. They're actually doing a pretty good job. The restrooms themselves, they do have a lock. So it looks like they have a security to make sure that not anybody goes in the restroom if they're not a paying customer. I totally understand that. They want to keep them clean. They want to make sure that homeless people don't go in there and do weird things in their restrooms. I got a three-piece chicken combo with a biscuit and mashed potatoes and coleslaw and an iced tea. And so I did see that there was quite a bit of people in there ordering, but it was all to go. So there was only one person sitting down, and it is in the afternoon right now, about 5:30 p.m., and I spent $15.21 on 3 pieces of chicken, okay? So I'll go ahead and show you guys what I got so you can see the quality of food. Chicken, usually it's not very expensive, but I mean, this is a very, very small piece of chicken breaded. It's mostly bread, and I'll show you guys in a moment what I'm talking about here. I mean, to me, this is ridiculous. I'm not a fan of breading. I think it's toxic to your health. So, like I said, for purposes of this video, I will be biting into it. But like I said, I'm not a fan of it. It's a very, very small piece, very, very tiny piece of chicken. Well, this is a decent flavor. But again, it's not that big. So I think that, unfortunately, in today's world, restaurants, they're just not giving a lot of food, and they're charging a lot for it. So, I mean, if you got the 4-piece, it was closer to $20, which is ridiculous. Like I said, it has good flavor. But here's another piece. Now this one is a little bit bigger, but the reason why it looks a little thicker is because they added a lot of breading to it. Look at this. Once you remove the breading, all of a sudden, the chicken, it's not that thick. It's all breading, which again, I'm not a fan of it. Look at this. That's what you're paying for when you buy Popeye's chicken. You're paying for the breading. The chicken itself, it's so thin. So again, if this is what you want to pay for, $15 each day, you do you. But in my opinion, I think that we are getting ripped off as a nation. And like I said, this is not good for your health. So do not go buy Popeye's chicken unless you have no other option. Now, they did give me another piece, but again, It's all breading. Look at this. That's all breading. Which again, toxic food. I cannot, I feel disgusted right now. I literally feel disgusted right now because it's been many years since I've eaten something like this. I don't even know if I can eat this. I mean, maybe some people do enjoy eating this stuff, the chicken itself, but the breading, I just don't like it. I'll be honest. So anyways, looking at the menu prices, right? Because that's what we're here for. To find out what is it that Popeyes is charging for right now. They had, if you want to get a side, okay? Let's say you went into Popeyes and you wanted to get a small side of mashed potatoes with gravy, you're spending $5 right now. Now, you're thinking that you're getting ripped off at a place for a side of tortillas or a side or a drink. You're paying $5. And what are you paying $5 for? For this. How much does this cost? This probably costs you 50 cents, if that, if you made it at home. And they're charging you $5. Same thing goes with coleslaw. I did end up getting 2 sides, but unfortunately, one of the sides, you know what? You know what I just noticed? That one of the sides, I thought I was getting coleslaw. No. One of the sides was a biscuit. This is what you call a side. It's not even included in the meal anymore. That actually is $1.69 if you decided to get it as a side. Insane. This is probably a couple cents to make, and yet they're charging you almost $2 for that. Now, how much are they charging here for a regular lemonade? $4.29. And these fountain drinks, they're so cheap. You know, it's not rocket science. It doesn't cost a lot of money to be able to purchase this. So it's insane. Now, how much are you paying if you decided to get 6 wings? Just 6 wings. That's all you want. $9.99. That's what you're paying at Popeyes nowadays for 6 wings. That's $1.66 a wing, which can be literally eaten in seconds. Because these are boneless wings we're talking about, not bone-in. If you want a sandwich, how much are you paying for a classic sandwich at Popeyes? $8 for one sandwich. And it's mostly bread because I saw them. They are small. What are you paying for tenders? Okay? Because a lot of people, sometimes they want to buy chicken, but maybe they don't want to buy anything with, maybe they want to buy the chicken tenders, right? For a 3-piece tenders combo, it's actually more expensive than my 3-piece chicken combo. $17.39, okay? And that's not including taxes. So we're talking about almost $20 for 3 pieces of chicken, a drink, which, like I said, I went ahead and got iced tea, unsweetened iced tea, which is the only thing I'm probably going to end up finishing, to be honest. And maybe you can get a biscuit or mashed potatoes, and you're spending almost $20. That's pretty much an hour of work for one of these individuals that works at Popeyes. That's just insane. Now, like I said, the service was great today. People treated me nice. They gave me the food in a timely fashion, and it's hot. It's good. But I just cannot eat this type of food because I am not used to it. Now, for someone who eats this type of food on a daily basis, they're going to enjoy it because their body's already accustomed to it. But for someone who just treats themselves here and there, I don't recommend that you eat Popeyes. I recommend something else, maybe a little bit more healthier. But this type of food, I stay away from it. Now, here is another thing. This Popeyes in particular does not have very good reviews. So I noticed that the majority of the reviews at this Popeyes was 1 star. That's a red flag, okay? So basically what people are saying is that the chicken is cold and overcooked. They're saying that the mashed potatoes had a texture of cotton candy, which I haven't even tried my mashed potatoes yet. I'm gonna try it in a bit. And they basically threw away the meal. That's one of the reviews that was posted 20 days ago on Yelp. One person said that the restaurant was super dirty, the chicken is dry and old, and it's all batter, which I can attest to the fact that this chicken is mostly batter. And for 2 people, they spent $35 there. Another person said that they actually called in and asked if the chicken had white meat. They told the person that it was white meat. But when they went to go pick up the chicken and they actually started eating it, they realized that they were lied to. So again, you're coming to places like this, you're spending a lot of money, you're eating poison, literally poison to your body, and you're not even getting good quality ingredients. Another person mentioned they actually got chicken from here and that some of it was actually raw, which is totally disgusting. That's the reason why I'm having a hard time biting into this chicken and actually eating it. There's a very good chance I might just throw some of it away, unfortunately. Let me try the mashed potatoes. Now, one of the things that I did notice right now as I was looking through my bag is that they didn't give me utensils. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to dip this biscuit into these mashed potatoes. Maybe something like that. They taste pretty good. You know, the biscuit, very dry. I'm not a fan of that biscuit. It tastes old. It doesn't taste like it was freshly made. I got a taste out of it that has been sitting there for a while and they just heated it. So, thumbs down to the biscuit. The mashed potatoes, though, they were nice and warm, tasted okay. But again, this food, it's very toxic to your health. Do not try this at home. There's another person here that said that they have very expensive chicken. That's a lot of money that you're paying for this food. Nowadays, there are a lot of better options than this place. So again, I think I mentioned in another video, I would vote over and over again to go to a place like In-N-Out where I'm getting freshly made food, even though it's fast food and maybe it's not the best for you, but I would go to In-N-Out faster than I would come here. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of you will agree that there's a lot of better options than this. But, you know, for investigative purposes and for the fact that I haven't been to a Popeyes chicken in probably over a decade from what I remember, not even a KFC. I can't remember the last time I went to a KFC. I wanted to try it out. I wanted to give it a chance and to see what the prices were and to let you guys know what type of food is available right now. I know some of you do not have a Popeyes in your area. You can get a very good idea as to the type of stuff that's available for the general population. And you know, the thing is we live in an area here where there's a lot of people that are older. And most of the people in this restaurant that we're ordering right now, they look like they were seniors. Unfortunately, This is the worst food that you can eat as you're getting older, because your body doesn't react the same to this food versus if you're in your teenage years, maybe your body can still tolerate it, you can still get away with it. But as you get older, you have to feed your body with better quality ingredients because you feel it more over time. So I just think it's a disservice to the general population to be able to serve this type of food here. See, there's someone here on these comments that are posting. This was 7 months ago, and even then someone said that they will not eat at Popeyes again. They paid $27.76 for an order of 2 tenders and 2 sides. The food was cold and the fries weren't even edible. So almost $30 for an order of tenders. I don't know, I guess I'm gonna have to wash this down with my iced tea. I'm gonna finish my iced tea here. This is the only thing that I'm gonna be able to finish, because the biscuit itself, I cannot keep eating that. And the mashed potatoes, they're okay, but what am I gonna eat it with? They forgot to give me a fork. They put it in a to-go bag, but they just never gave me a fork. I guess I'll eat it later, I don't know. And the chicken, I might be able to get a couple more bites out of it, but this is definitely not worth the amount of money I spent. Definitely not worth it. Stay away. Continue to subscribe to my videos. Please leave your experience in the comments below. For any of you that have gone to Popeye's Chicken this last year, what's your experience? Or any other fast food joint that serves breaded chicken? I would like to know. Because unfortunately, my experience wasn't so great. Maybe I chose the wrong spot. But for you to be able to justify for this piece of chicken right here that looks like it came out of a pigeon, it's just ridiculous. This is just uncalled for. So if this is what society's coming to, I don't know what to tell you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Update. I still haven't eaten hardly any of this. I started biting more into this. It's not good. The biscuit, I tried biting a little bit more into it. Very, very, very old biscuit. I don't recommend it. I got a little bit more chicken out of this, but again. And here's another one. And I got some chicken out of this, but it was very, very small amount of chicken. It's all bread. That's it. It's $15 for this box. In the trash.